Jump into a black hole, and two completely different things happen to you at the exact same time. In one version, you freeze at the edge and hang there, motionless, forever. In the other, you fall straight through and get stretched into a long, thin strand of spaghetti. Both of these are true. And the strangest part, nobody on Earth actually knows what's waiting for you at the very center. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what a black hole really is, the gruesome thing its gravity does to your body, the reason you'd appear to freeze in time forever, and the place where the laws of physics simply give up. This is one of the strangest things in the entire universe. So let's fall in. First, what even is a black hole? It's a place where gravity has become so unbelievably strong that nothing can escape it. Not a rocket, not even light itself. They form when a giant star runs out of fuel and collapses in on itself, crushing a huge amount of mass into an impossibly tiny point. Around that point is an invisible boundary called the event horizon. Think of it as the point of no return. Cross it and there is no coming back, ever. Not because your engines aren't powerful enough, but because escaping would mean traveling faster than light, and nothing in the universe can do that. So let's say you fall in. What happens to your body? Here's where it gets gruesome, and the actual scientific word for it is incredible: spaghettification. Gravity pulls harder on whatever is closest to the black hole. So if you fall in feet first, your feet get pulled far, far harder than your head. The difference is so violent that you get stretched, thinner and thinner, longer and longer, like a piece of spaghetti pulled from both ends. And the closer you get, the more extreme it becomes. For a smaller black hole, this would tear you apart long before you even reach the edge. You don't fall into a black hole in one piece. You get drawn in, one stretched atom at a time. But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. Imagine a friend watching you fall in from a safe distance. To them, something impossible happens. As you approach the edge, you appear to slow down until you stop frozen, hovering right at the event horizon, your image growing dimmer and redder until it simply fades away. From their point of view, you never actually fall in. You hang there, frozen, for the rest of time. But from your point of view, you feel nothing unusual at all. You sail straight across the edge in an instant and keep falling. Same event, two people, two completely different realities. That is gravity bending time itself. So you've crossed the edge. Where do you end up? At the very center sits something called the singularity, a point where all that mass is crushed into something infinitely small and infinitely dense. And here is the honest, slightly thrilling truth. Nobody knows what actually happens there. At the singularity, our two greatest theories of physics completely break down. The equations stop making sense. Some scientists think you'd simply be crushed out of existence. Others think the center hides something far stranger. It's one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in all of science, a place so extreme that the rules of reality as we understand them just stop working. And here's a final twist. Black holes aren't truly forever. Incredibly slowly, over a stretch of time so vast it makes the current age of the universe look like a single blink. They actually leak tiny amounts of energy and shrink until one day they evaporate completely, which leaves scientists with a haunting question. When a black hole vanishes, what happens to everything and everyone that ever fell in? Is all that information gone for good, or is it somehow preserved? They genuinely don't know yet. You wouldn't just be destroyed, you'd be erased from the universe in the strangest possible way. So if you fell into a black hole, you'd be stretched into spaghetti, frozen at the edge to everyone watching, and pulled toward a center where the laws of physics give up entirely. It's one of the very few places in the universe we still cannot explain, and maybe that's exactly why we can't look away. Speaking of things that quietly know far more than they should, what does your phone actually know about you? The answer is genuinely unsettling. That's next.